there's the Atlantic. There's the Atlantic. And then here's the rest of the 360. So we've been doing a little dune driving. Very little, but we're getting ready to go over what he's calling a slip face, which is, I think, nothing other than a sharp descent. And we're putting it in locked low. And I think he said we're going to go over in second gear. So this will be fun. Actually, the dunes that we just now came up, there were a few of them that a couple of people struggled with. And so at least was tough enough that there was that level of difficulty. Okay, so there you see, if you can see the face that we're going to go down there. And here we are with the F-250 that is providing support. So this is going to be fun. You look at this. This is steep. That is, boy, that's 65 degrees probably, something like that. Anyhow, so this is going to be fun. Okay, so this is very interesting. The truck has already done it down there, and they've instructed us to keep the wheel straight, take your foot off the gas and off the brake, and the car will, you hear that noise? That is the sand slowing the vehicle down. This is going to be a lot of fun. Now that truck, when he went over at the bottom, he kind of hit his brakes and made that softer. So if you can see there where the car just went, the Grenadier just went, the sand sticks out further, and that's because the truck hit his brakes at the bottom and shoved a bunch of sand down. So that's really, this is going to be a lot of fun. That's a riverbed, by the way, and I guess there's the bird up there, vulture up there waiting. It's not a vulture, I'm just joking, but waiting for us to die. Okay, so I'm going to give you the view of the vehicle in front of us, so you can see the people at the bottom, and then you can see this guy. You're going to see him disappear in just a second. And interestingly, when we crest this, they said take your foot off the brake and the gas, and then the sand provides the braking from there.
Keep going, no brakes. Don't use the brakes there. Don't use the brakes. Foot off the brakes. Foot off the brakes. Foot off the brakes and off the accelerator. Keep the wheel straight.
So that'll wake you up. This is going to be fun. So obviously I'm going to wait till he's cleared, and we'll brake at the top, but I want you to be able to see what this looks like going over the edge.
No, perfect. You can keep coming.
Okay, so here we go. This is going to be fun. We'll give it a little bit of brake at the top.
For that initial drop, and then
yeah, so I'm braking just for a second there, and then we're gonna let it go. This is awesome. Now, unfortunately, we're not the first ones down, but you can see the sand. You can see the sand sliding down in front of the tires, and I'm going to give it a little bit of gas when we get to the bottom. Yeah, that's how it's done right there. That was awesome. And I'm gonna watch. We're gonna try to watch. We're gonna try to watch the guy coming down right now, so you can see what was happening behind us. So I'm gonna try to make sure that I've got this in the camera lens so that you can see it. That's very fun. Very fun. So again, you just take your foot off the gas, took your foot off the brake, and you see the sand sliding down in front of him. That is so awesome. You see Charles running down, jumps on the side of the vehicle. That is so cool. That was a lot of fun. Okay.
pretty cool, eh?
That was awesome. Okay, so it's finally lunchtime, so we've stopped for a second You can tell that this topography is totally different. So we've got some green now, and we've got some serious rock. So you've got all these rock faces here, and we've been driving in this little valley, low spot for, probably 20 minutes or so. You still got the sand, so that would be so much fun to come down that sand. And not to be gross, but if you see these little piles here beside the road, those are elephant droppings, and so we have seen quite a few of those. So apparently there are several elephants that live in this area, and we have a chance to see. Now there was, you probably can't see it, but right there in the middle of the road, there's a little low spot there, and there's some water. And so obviously that's going to attract animals and whatnot. We did see some springbok back there. In fact, we saw two different, I hate to call them herds. One of them was about 4 and one was about 10. But did see some springbok. I didn't video them. They're a little bit hard to see, their color against the ground and whatnot. But anyway, wanted to give you a look at this. Just fabulous beauty here. It's just, I have said wow a million times, and as I've said on these videos a million times, just no way the camera can do justice. By the way, that rock face there and that sand, I'm going 200 feet on this and probably 250 to 300 on that sand there. So anyway, it's pretty massive, and now it's lunchtime. Since our lunch stop, we have been driving solidly in dunes. So I'm going to give you a quick 360. A couple of the vehicles behind me, there were 2 behind me, and they got stuck. So our guide has gone back in the quartermaster to find them. But here is the topography at this point. It does look like, you know, that is that rock? Yeah, that is rock. I don't know, it looks like granite or something like that to me, but anyhow, so there definitely is rock under this, but there's been a lot of soft sand. It's been just absolutely fantastic, the views we've gotten. Been down in some valleys. In fact, I don't know if you can see, but right through there's some black topped dunes and whatnot. We were down in deeper areas and whatnot with a lot more difference in color than you're seeing right now in this video. But anyway, wanted to show you this while we were stopped and waiting for the other guys to get unstuck. There are some, I don't know if you can see it, but way off in the distance there's a mountain for sure. Okay, I forgot to bring my GoPro up here. Again, 2 of the cars got stuck in the sand. So we climbed up to the top of this hill. Obviously, you see the red deer down there that have made it this far. I thought I'd give you a 360 from up on top of this little There are quite a, I'm sorry, I was shooting this guy. There are quite a few of these little brush things that have died, and they are very sharp. They're not cactus, but they're sharp. They're dry. I don't know what the humidity is here. It is extremely low. There's some tracks down there. Those are not ours. Again, we came from that way there. but you see other tracks out here. There don't appear to be too many rules about what you do and what you don't do. Okay, so we were, so you see the guy climbing down that mound. We were not on that mound, but the next one over, we climbed up to the top of that one, but then I wanted to come up to this one because this one is really rocky. A lot of rock, a lot of sand. This is cool because we've been driving down this riverbed, and so you see the green and whatnot. So obviously on there's some water right here if you can't see it. Boy, this has been a fantastic drive. Here's some rounded off rock or whatever that I'm standing on. But anyway, been a fantastic drive so far. I think the day is coming to a close pretty soon, and we'll sign off in a little while. Okay, you see that day 2 is ending as the sun is creeping behind those clouds and will soon be creeping behind the dunes. I'll give you a quick 360. By the way, the guy that's videoing, there's his drone up in the sky, if you can see that. He's got a pretty high-end drone. Anyway, here's the 360 of the camp. There's our Grenadier and our tent number 5. And this is the camp area. So we're camped in the middle of the dunes. There's where we're gonna eat and whatnot. Anyway, great day. A lot of different topography. I could have never videoed all that we saw today. It was just a phenomenal day. And this is really the first full day. So very much looking forward to what we're gonna see the rest of the week. I'm gonna sign off for now. Great day in Namibia today was everything I would have hoped for. See you tomorrow.